If a fragrance was bought yellow, it has turned brown, and the manufacturer did not write on the pack that this fragrance turns brown, then you should really be throwing that fragrance in the bin. Just throw it in the bin.
My people, welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. It's Miss Prissy, baby.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Hey Bambi, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, I will be talking about how to know whether your fragrance has expired. The inspiration for this video came from one of my other videos. What was I talking about? I can't even remember what I was talking about. I'll do a whole video talking about how to know if your perfume has expired, because I think that's a whole topic on its own and I need to delve into it. I did mention that this video was coming, so you guys should have been expecting it. A lot of people do not know or realize that fragrances expire, just like bread, just like strawberries, just like blueberries. Fragrance also has an expiration date, albeit it lasts a lot longer than all of the things I've just mentioned. Fragrance is not a perishable, but it's a product, and so therefore it has an expiration date. So if you want to know how to tell if that fragrance on your dressing table has expired, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Evidence number one, sign number one to know if your fragrance has expired is that it would have some discoloration. I'm not talking about Kayali Vanilla 28 where the darker it gets, the sweeter it smells. My Kayali Vanilla 28, the color, the fragrance has definitely, was not the color when I bought it. It's gotten darker. That will not happen with every fragrance. There are certain fragrances that oxidization takes place. As it discolors, it starts to smell funny. The color will change in a way that it is suspicious. It doesn't look like the color of that fragrance at all. Imagine you bought a fragrance that was originally probably yellow in color and the fragrance starts to turn brown. Yeah, you need to get that fragrance checked. I don't even think you need to get it checked. Just throw it in the bin. Throw it in the bin. It's not a human being. You don't need to take it to the hospital. You don't need to get it checked. If a fragrance was bought yellow, it has turned brown, and the manufacturer did not write on the pack that this fragrance turns brown, then you should really be throwing that fragrance in the bin. Fragrance is not egg. You know, when you crack an egg, the white separates from the yolk. That's not supposed to happen with fragrance. It's not supposed to sort of separate. If the color changes in that sense as well, that, you know, something is one color at the top and it's another color at the bottom, and that's not originally what it was supposed to be, you really need to throw that fragrance in the bin. Number two, your nose would tell you so. And do not doubt yourself. Do not ever doubt yourself. If your nose is telling you something, most likely you are not paranoid. I'm here to tell you that you are not being paranoid. It most likely is true. If you sprayed a fragrance that is supposed to be an oud smelling fragrance and then that fragrance starts to smell like who? Bruh. Girl, there is something fundamentally wrong with it. It's probably expired, most likely, or it's gone bad, or something has happened. I don't know, or maybe you bought a bad batch. It probably starts smelling more raw, like alcohol, like the ingredients, because things have separated in it. Yeah, if your nose is telling you that a fragrance is not smelling right, if you bought a floral fragrance and it is now smelling, or you bought a sugary fragrance, this is my way intense, this is a tuberose bubblegummy smelling fragrance. If this fragrance starts smelling like I don't know what, then clearly it means that there's something off. It means that it's probably expired. Number three way to know that your fragrance has expired is the container says so. Nobody knows something better than the maker of that thing. That's the school of thought that I belong to. In a break in transmission, storage space on my camera got full. Anyways, as I was saying, like, nobody knows why they created something better than the person who made it. If the manufacturer of a fragrance has told you that this fragrance, as soon as you open it, after 5 years, after 10 years, it has expired, I will go with what the manufacturer has said. A lot of people don't know how to check, but most times on cosmetic products there would be a sign like a cup on that product, and it would write the number of years. What it means is that from the time you open that product, for that time being, the time span from where, so it will write something like 5, 10, there are so many numbers that could be on it. That's how long you should have the fragrance for. And I know so many of us have like big fragrance collections where we don't necessarily wear one perfume every day. So sometimes, yes, there are people who would buy fragrance and would not have finished using up the fragrance in the next 2-3 years. That's the truth. I'm on that table because I just have so many fragrances to go through. Sometimes after 5 years, after 3 years, the fragrance expires. But I suggest highly, my friend Banke is calling me. She doesn't know I'm filming. Hi.
Filming what?
Banke, say hi to my subscribers. Say hi to YouTube. You are going on YouTube.
Bye.
He has hung up the phone. Anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted by my friend Banke. What was I even saying? The point I was making anyways is that the fragrance will tell you, the container, the sign on the fragrance will tell you how long that after which you open that fragrance that it will last for. Now another way to know if a fragrance has expired, check websites. There are certain websites, so many on the internet actually, that you can put in the batch number of your fragrance to even check if that fragrance is real. There are loads of fake perfumes out here. So if you put in the barcode of the fragrance, it will tell you when the fragrance was manufactured, and it will tell you how long before the fragrance expires. I will try and find some of these websites and I'll put them in the description box for you. So that's very easy, very, very straightforward. Finally, another way to know if a fragrance has expired is to ask a good old trusted friend. Spray the fragrance and tell your friend to help you smell it. Like, are you smelling things right? Double check with somebody, because best believe if your nose is betraying you, another person's nose will not betray them. And you know, two, 3 people's noses cannot be betrayed at the same time. So if you smell something you think it doesn't smell good, ask a friend, ask a family member, ask your partner to smell it and tell you if it still smells good or smells funny. Having said all of these things about how to know if your fragrance has expired or not, I'm going to also tell you, because with my videos I don't just come and dump how to it on you. I have to also tell you how can you preserve your fragrances so that they don't expire quickly or they don't go bad quickly. I would say number 1, store your fragrances in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight, away from so much light, because fragrances don't like any of these things. It means that the fragrance will oxidize quicker. It means the fragrance will go bad. Fragrances are like computers. They like to be kept in a cool, dry place. Even I like a cool environment. I don't really like the heat. Even though I'm from a hot country, I still cringe whenever I see people keep their fragrances in their bathroom. That's too much heat, especially for those who take their showers like they're chickens with hot water. Do not keep your perfumes in the bathroom. It's not a very good place. Store them in your cabinet, store them on your dressing table, and let your dressing table not even be right next to where, you know, UV rays or sun is. Anywhere that is too sunny, fragrances don't like. And that way to help your fragrance to last longer so that it doesn't expire or go bad sooner. Another way to make your fragrances to last longer is just to look after them. Look after your things, keep them well. From time to time, dust them. The other day I looked at my fragrance and I was like, goodness gracious father, these fragrances are carrying the dust of the whole of the United Kingdom on them. Clean them, you know, keep them, present them how you want to present them, you know, rotate them, just look after them. Hopefully they would last long and in turn serve you for a longer time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you've taken something from it. Go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share and subscribe, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi. Starting now, another way to know this fragrance has gotten, camera needs to focus. Point number 1,